When you talk about chart of accounts, okay, in case of EBS what we do, we'll create the chart of accounts structure, right? Within the structure we'll create the segments. I'm just explaining the sequence, which sequence system will allow us. We'll create segment and we'll create value sets, then we'll assign value sets to segments, and we'll assign flex field qualifiers to segments. Then we'll create segment. Okay, before creating values, just will freeze and compile our COA. Then we can create segment values. This is a simple practice which you follow when you are creating the chart of accounts in EBS environment. It can be 11i or release 12. First we'll create the chart of account structure name within the accounting key flex field, and we'll create the segments. Then we create the value sets. Of course, if you want to create value sets before creating segment, that also you can do it. There is no restriction. Okay, and we'll assign value sets to segments, and we'll assign flex field qualifiers to segment, and we'll freeze that structure and we'll compile the chart of accounts. And when you are creating the segment values, for each segment value we'll assign segment qualifiers, right? Yeah, somebody just given some note. Yes, agree, Satya. Yes, we'll be enabling allow dynamic insets also to create the new code combinations. Yes, correct. Okay, but okay, that also will be doing. Yeah, correct. So this is the process we'll be following. When we talk about the same practice in Fusion, how we'll be doing in EBS? Yes, in EBS we'll create the structure, we'll create the segments. When we are creating the segment, value set is not mandatory field. I'm talking about how it is there in the system. Field is not mandatory. Okay, value set selection is not mandatory. Just you can create the segment. After creating the segment, you can create the value set. Okay, but here what we have to do is, first you have to create the value set, because in Fusion when you are creating the segments, without value set selection you cannot create any segment. They made the field as mandatory. Of course, it's not a big change, but I'm just introducing how things can be started and implementing. Okay, first we have to create value set. It's a mandatory. First we have to create value sets only. However, you start in EBS structure, segments, value set. That approach you cannot follow here, which allowed by EBS system. Okay, first you have to create the value sets. How many value sets you required? After creating the value sets, you have to create the chart of account structure. Create chart of accounts structures. Okay, create chart of account structure. Within the structure, yes, we can create the segments. Here we discuss, we assign value set to segments, but here we no need to do that activity as a separate activity. While you are creating the segments, as a definition of segments only, will be having one field to select the segments. Again, you know, in EBS segment will create one time value set, then action is assignment, but you don't need to do in that way. When you are creating the segments, there you can select the value set. That only you can treat as assignment. Okay, we'll create the value sets, then we'll create the chart of account structure, then we'll create the segment creation time. We can assign the value sets. It's not at all separate task. In EBS what we do, we'll assign the flex field qualifiers to segments. In EBS we'll assign the flex field qualifiers to segments, but in the Fusion the flex field qualifiers, we are calling the name, they change to segment labels. In EBS flex field qualifiers, here we call as segment labels. Since we assign those to segments only, so we are calling as segment labels, which will have some functionality. Anyway, that we know as per EBS, same functionality remain, and they added some additional segment labels also. I mean to say, additional flex field qualifiers are available in Fusion. That we'll see and we'll be discussing, but just for information, how we are going to do that we'll discuss here. Then here in Fusion what we'll do, we'll assign segment, okay, labels to segments. Okay. After that, what we have to do is in EBS will freeze and will compile the chart of accounts. But in Fusion, what we have to do is you have to create the chart of accounts instance. Okay, chart of accounts instance. So here EBS just the same will compile and will be using, but in Fusion when you are creating the primary ledger in EBS, when you are creating the primary ledger, we will select our chart of accounts, right, as a part of primary ledger definition. But in the Fusion, when you are creating the primary ledger, you cannot select your chart of accounts. The same chart of accounts you have to replicate with the as a chart of account instance. You have to make a copy of chart of accounts with the title, with the definition called as chart of account instance. Okay, instance is the one which we'll be using in primary ledger definition. The instance only we can use in the business transaction recording purpose. Directly we cannot use chart of account structure. Okay, against the chart of account structure, you have to create the chart of account. Let me write properly. Chart of account structure instance. We'll create chart of account structure. The chart of account structure you cannot use when you are creating the primary ledger. Okay, you can use only chart of account structure instance. Okay, we have to create the chart of account structure instance. We'll see when we are creating, we'll talk about it, talk on this more and more. Whatever questions we have, you can post it. Yeah. Venkat is asking, is there any concept behind this? Yes, there is some reason also. We'll be discussing, but that is not a great reason. And one point to give you here, you cannot just when you are discussing about this, Satya was raising one point. Yes, we enable allow dynamic insert. Since there is a point I want to include here. So in EBS, we'll be enabling allow dynamic inserts at chart of account structure level, but in Fusion, you cannot set allow dynamic inserts at chart of account structure level. That you can enable only at instance level. Okay, instance is the one which we'll be using in the transaction process primarily to create the primary ledger also. We'll discuss very detailed level. Let's take the sequence of steps which we'll be performing. Then we'll start working on that. If any information required on that, any queries you have, we'll be discussing for sure. Okay, we'll create the chart of account structure instance. In EBS, what we'll do will be freeze and will be compiling equal to freeze and compile here. Okay, here there is in Fusion there is nothing like just freezing and all. It's all about the compile kind of concept. But term we'll use in EBS case we call as compile. We'll compile the chart of account structure. In Fusion we will be deploying. We have to deploy. Okay, this instance and the deployment and all they taken from the different Oracle acquired products, like say PeopleSoft, and from those products and JD Edwards, from those products they taken this terminologies and this some changes to manage this everything, because this information has to be synchronized with the Essbase database for reporting purpose. With the different reasons they made in this way. That's instance. We'll see that and we'll get more information on that when we are doing in the system. Okay, so that's somewhat you can see how we are doing, and there then and there you can understand few points. Still, if you have some confusion, anyway we'll be discussing. Okay, done. So here in EBS we'll compile the chart of accounts, but in the Fusion we'll be deploying. And here also we'll create the segment values. We'll create the segment values. In EBS we have to assign segment qualifiers to segment values. We assign segment qualifiers to segment values. We have to do the same in Fusion also, but the term name they changed. In EBS we call as segment qualifiers. The same segment qualifiers in Fusion we call as value attributes. We call as value attributes. So a task here we can take as assign, okay, value attributes for segment values. Okay, see, actual reality when you are creating the value set, when you are creating the segment value, there only will be assigning. Okay, but I am taking as a separate task. When you are creating segment value, there will be some check boxes and drop down options to select, but as a just since to compare and to understand the naming convention, all I'm taking as a different task. Okay, that's all. So this is how we are going to create our chart of accounts. Okay, so we'll create first value set, then structure and segments. We'll assign the segment labels to segment. We'll create the chart of account structure instance. We'll deploy it. After deployment only you can create, I'm saying you can create segment values in proper way. In EBS, you may start creating the value sets first, and you may add all the values before you get ready with your structure and all. But in Fusion case, it won't work. What happens is, before deploying your structure, if you are trying to create the segment values, you don't find value attributes. When you compare with EBS, segment qualifiers, you cannot find segment qualifier. Just you will be creating the value without any segment qualifiers. As per Fusion, it's a value attributes. You are creating some value called as, say you are creating an account called as cash. There should be some option whether allow budgeting, allow posting, yes or no, and which account type that is, we have to specify. Without deploying, if you are creating the segment values for any structure, you don't find any value attributes. That will become big issue. So that is the reason this is a sequence we have to follow. After deployment only, we have to create the segment values. Okay, this is a sequence we have to follow. Okay, that's all about it to understand. Now let's get into the system. If you have any questions here, please ask me. We can discuss whatever your expectations on this to understand more elaborated manner. Any questions on these simple points, please? We know very well how to create an EBS, the same how we are going to manage in Fusion we are discussing. It's not at all new for us, the same, but just some terminology points only we have to understand. Apart from that, nothing much. Okay, let me see in the chat window. Fine, I don't see any question from anyone. Hope it's clear to everyone. Fine, done. Now first we have to create the value set. Please. Yep, somebody is saying they have some question. I don't hear who is speaking. Yeah, Maruti, please.
Yeah. Is there any concept of ODI, Oracle Data Integrator, in between when these values, chart of account values, are getting interfaced to Essbase?
No, that they have inbuilt solution. I think they're done through some APIs or other technique. See, ODI normally will be using that is a tool where we'll be moving the data from one environment to another environment, but it's not going to be that kind of environment. It's inbuilt environment, so they are not. I think we don't need to use it. We don't need to use that kind of technology. It's inbuilt. Frankly speaking, I never looked into that reason. We don't require that kind of information. Okay, what technology technique they are following? As you said, ODI, Oracle Data Integrator. Yes, for connecting the systems to pass the data to move from one to other, we can use it. But I don't think so. They are using that ODI here for this kind of movement of data from Oracle to the Essbase, which is a file-based database kind of concept. Okay, fine. So we have one question from Satya. Let me read it. So 1 second. Is data load supported to load the chart of account values? Yes. Is a just good question now, because I have to talk about this point also. See, now initially what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create this chart of accounts and calendars and primary ledgers, business units and legal entities and all these. I'm going to show you how we have to do through manual process, and later based on this only we'll go with the our subledger applications and we'll be working. And for your information, I'll be showing how to load into system all those information also I'll be showing, which we treat as a wrapped implementation related spreadsheet. That also I'll be covering in our classes. How to load the primary ledger information automatically by putting that information in the spreadsheet. You don't need to go with all the navigations. You don't need to input the data directly in the system by clicking on multiple tabs and here and there. So we can simplify this task by loading, but I don't want to introduce that loading process initially. We have to understand how the process can be done manually. Sometimes we may not load it also. Okay, so if there's some issue with that, that is the reason. Anyway, I'll be covering that part also, how to load the chart of accounts, including primary ledger, business units, and everything. I'll be covering that. For now, I want to take you through manual process. That also both will be covering, manual as well as automation. Okay, fine.
Lakshman, this is Malik here.
Yeah, Malik.
When you are doing the implementation, say from moving from R12 to Fusion,
Okay.
what will happen to the chart of account structure of R12 here?
Yeah, it's a very good question. So there is no solution. There is no upgrade possible. I mean, there is no solution from Oracle where the client can move from release 12 to Fusion. Only the option is, again, they have to go with a re-implementation in the different environment. The client is running their system on release 12 or 11 environment. We don't have any upgrade concept available. We cannot upgrade from EBS to Fusion. Only the option is, again, you have to treat as, again, this is a re-implementation in the Fusion environment, and you have to do everything however the current solutions existed, or by modifying as per requirement. Yeah.
Sorry, that will take a long time, isn't it, for the new implementation? Because I have spent times and times on chart of accounts when we moved from 11i to R12.
That depends. Yeah. See, that depends. It's when we are moving, you are saying your experience. When you are moving from 11a to R12, reality that won't require too much time. Again, that depends on the client business process and the complexity and the customizations, and whether they have so they are specific to one country business or global client. There are many factors will come into the picture to decide how much time it takes. But when they are moving from Fusion EBS to Fusion, it may not take long time. Reason is, already solution is finalized, everything is finalized, just they are going to change the environment. Because environment, there won't be many changes in terms of business process. What are the additional features available in the Fusion, they can adapt if they require as per their business process, or else whatever they are enjoying in release 12, the same they can get from Fusion. Generally, it won't take too much time. The client is moving from EBS to Fusion environment as a re-implementation. The same practices will be implementing here. Only as a consultant will see some changes in terms of setups, but business process almost remains same, and client may opt for some additional functionalities which are available, and the setup part can be changed. The process wise almost it will be remain same, and user experience can be drastically increased. These and all we will come across.
So are there any data conversion templates for chart of accounts moving into Fusion?
Yes, we have, like, it's moving into, in the sense, yes, what are the data you have related to chart of accounts and open transactions and master data. For everything we have templates in Fusion. Now Oracle made this job very easy. We can put all the information in that spreadsheets, and you can load within minutes of time. We'll be covering everything. We'll come across how to load chart of accounts, how to load the vendor master, how to load the customer data, how to load the open payables invoices, receivables invoice. Everything will be covering, so that you can understand those points also. We'll do that.
Okay, great, thanks.
Yeah, fine, Malik. Thank you. Any other questions here?
Lakshman, question.
Yeah.
Even if you are taking the entire Fusion as a infrastructure, right? IaaS model.
Sorry, I'm not getting your voice. I'm not getting your voice very properly. I can hear you, but if any possibility, can you make it more audible?
Is it okay now?
Satya, yes, now it's fine, please.
Okay. So since there is no tech, so you're saying that there is no technical upgrade people can do, or there is no at all.
There is no solution. Upgrade solution is not there. You cannot upgrade. See, when you talk about upgrade and all it will work through patch and other technical logic, right? That is not ready from Oracle. Reason is the simple reason. Oracle came up with a middleware technology, and application point of view also many changes they did in terms of system configuration and managing the implementation solution within the system environment. So that made a challenge to come up with the solution as of now. In future, Oracle may come with that solution. We are not sure. We have to wait and see. But as of now, no solution from Oracle. I have seen few clients who left release 12 who started implementing Fusion because they implemented R12 years back. So they implemented around 7-8 years back. Like almost release 12 in the market from release 9. I'm sorry, 2009. It's almost stabilized versions. Okay, so that is the reason that point of time 2009 or 10. Okay, these time that time over implemented. Hope they are happy with that and enjoyed and used. They got ROI. Okay, just everything. That is the reason. Just they moved. They have good experience with R12 they used and all for years and years. So that is the reason those clients are moving to Fusion. So the clients who are recently implemented release 12 and all, they cannot afford this cost again for a second time implementation on Fusion. Okay, that's what we can see in the market.
So maybe it's a question at the end I should ask, but nonetheless I'm asking here.
No, see,
so
no
would
problem.
you be pointing out?
No, Satya,
Would you be pointing out?
One thing. Let me tell you one point. No issues. You can ask a number of questions because sessions we are in very beginning. Definitely, people will be having many questions. I should respect all the questions. Okay, I'm ready to answer even a later point of time when we are in the middle of the course, end of the course. Also, I'll be allowing you to ask the question, but you may not have many questions. I know that. So no issues. You can post to me as many questions you have, and you want to get the information. No issues. Hope everybody is okay with that. But don't think the questions will disturb others. That will be good information. May not be immediately, after some time or in long drive. Yeah, please, Satya.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So what are from a GL perspective, right? What is the advantage of Fusion that Fusion offers?
Oh,
so
you
often,
have
right,
to see.
You work with clients.
No, simple.
You work with clients.
They'll
ask
RFP. Let
RFP.
me answer, Satya, please. Let's wait and see that. We have to see that. Is how I can explain you. Because if we are not going to do this course, I can just outline that. But we are going to see each and everything. Let's do it.
Thank you.
If you don't get that point, definitely I'll be there to answer by picking the points. Still, if you need some understanding, definitely I'll be there. Hope you will understand from the classes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. Just you are a bit eager to know. I can understand that, but please, my request is that let's wait for some time. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, please. Okay, fine. Okay, that's all. I think these are the questions. Okay, let's get into this system practice. We know very well how to create the chart of accounts and all, but for our practice and understanding point, I'm going to come up with a very few segments. What I'll do is I'll create one segment called as company. Other segment I'll create as a department segment. Third segment I'll create account. Hope these segments are enough for us to test different all the applications and business processes. I'm going with these three segments. Why I'm just giving the names. I have to create the value sets now. Let's go and create three value sets, one for company, other one department, third one for account segments. Okay, for the first task we are going to perform is value set creation. Okay, go to instance. So we are in the project environment only. Simply search for value sets. Search for chart of accounts. So question from Satya, intercompany. Yes, we are not going to include intercompany concept in our course. Hope you can see the same in the course content. I didn't include. Again, that is again advanced and it it demands good amount of time for that solution and all. So that's the reason I didn't include. Okay. Fine. So just already, yeah.
So is AGIS same solution is available in Fusion?
Yeah, same solution. Same solution. See, after these classes, we may conduct separate kind of FH and AJS. As these two, we may handle as a separate program. If you people are interested, you can join for that. There won't be any just much costing for that. It will be just it will be like everybody will like that, the pricing and all will be setting up. So we'll discuss on that. Okay, FH, Fusion Accounting Hub, and this, and we'll have some other few more concepts which we treat very advanced and which we cannot include in this course. Okay, that will do it. Okay, fine. I have one question from Ankit. In R12, we can define one level parent and child value set hierarchy. What? Yes, we can do here multiple levels. Even EBS also not only one level. We can set multiple levels. Multiple levels. Parents can have grandparent also. That's how we can build. Here also we can do the same. But that I'll be covering when we are loading the chart of accounts. The loading chart of account, that job is very easy for us to do it. Okay, I'll be covering that for sure. You will see that. Okay, done. Let's jump into this testing. Okay, so to create the value sets, search for the task called as, just you directly you can search value sets, or else type chart of accounts value sets. You can drag little right, you can see the exact name. The task name is manage chart of accounts value sets. Okay, manage chart of account value sets. Click on any one of the tasks, but always just prefer to select finance related task only. Okay, click on that. Then this is the task, manage chart of account value sets. Click on go to task icon. Okay, here we have to create the new value set. To create the new value set, if you want to find existing value set, you can give the name here, value set code, or value set is belongs to module specific value sets. If you want to find, you can give here, then you can click on search, then to list out. Now anyway, we are going to create the new value set. To create new value set, here we have create or add icon. Okay, so just click on this create icon, add icon. Here you can give the value set code. I'll give the value set code as a Fusion company, short name I'm giving. Description I'll write as a Fusion company. Just for unique identification, whatever we do throughout this training, I'll be taking Fusion as a prefix. Okay, of course we know in the most of the cases we don't use the client name in all the definition, but here just for practice I'll be doing. Now I have to select the module. See here, simple point. If you are going to create the value set within the chart of accounts, when you are creating the chart of account, that means we are creating the chart of account, the accounting key flex field. Within that structure we are creating, and along with the segments we are creating the value set. That means system will understand the value set is belongs to general ledger only. But now outside of the chart of accounts I am creating the value set. So I have to select this value set I want to use for which application, within which application. If I select for GL, within the GL we have accounting key flex field. Within the accounting key flex field, when you are creating the segments, I will be able to select. So that is the reason module we have to select, since we are creating the value set outside of the chart of account structure. So select application as a module as a general ledger. So you know how to create value set, same process, there is no changes in this. Validation type I am selecting as independent. So value data type I am selecting, these are the different values we have. I am going with a character which will accept characters and numbers both. And value subtype, these are the different values where you can go with the tester, translator test, or numeric digits, timings, etc. depending on what purpose the value set. I'm selecting test, and here I can give the maximum length. In value set creation time in EBS we have a maximum size, right, for numbering. The same I am going to set save as a 4. It accepts 4 digits, like max 9999. Satya, that's what I explained. Why module is mandatory, what is the logic, I explained the same. In EBS, when you are creating the value set, your value set will be creating as a part of chart of accounts. When you are creating chart of accounts or segments, you are within the accounting key flex field. Accounting key flex field is part of GL. When you are creating the value set within the chart of account definition as a part of the task, chart of account task, system will identify the value set is belongs to which application. But here you are not creating inside of chart of accounts. Outside of the chart of account you are creating, then system has to understand, so that the value set System will provision for respective module only to use when you are doing the relevant configuration and to select. That's it. Okay, maximum length I'm taking 4. The same minimum value or maximum value, you can set it uppercase and all, same as EBS, you can set it up. Okay, and say save and close.
So Lakshman, like if you want to create a value set that is not applicable to any module,
Sorry?
For
No, here you have to specify. Here you have to specify.
You cannot do that. In 12 you can do.
Yeah, outside of the chart of account also we have a navigation. Yes, we can do that. But here you should specify.
Okay.
It's for filtration purpose.
Okay.
Yep. No. It's a mandatory. You should select. Without that, you cannot complete the definition of value set. Okay. Then we created for company. Let's create for department and account also. So click on create. So say Fusion. Let me go with uppercase here since code. And here Fusion. There is some question. I'll come to that. Let me complete this at least, please. General ledger. So validation type is say independent. Value type is character. Maximum length here also I'm giving 4 and say save and close. Let me see this question. Is the value set registered for the module? Yes, the value set you can use in that specific module. Yes. So here value set code is Fusion account. Say Fusion account. Module select as a general ledger, independent, character, test. Okay, Ankit, data security source name. This would be some source like where the value set is belongs to which application, and respect to application data only can be stored, or else it can be selected in the particular application only. It's all about just we are restricting, that's it. And Satya asking enable security rule is correct. Yeah, Satya, yes. That is this enable security related to security rule. When you are working on GL, okay, then we'll touch this point and we'll do the setups and we'll be working on it. Okay, done. So maximum length. So Ankit, data security source name. See Ankit, it's very simple. The value set you want to use in which application? Okay, the value set you want to use in which application? Okay, the value set you want to use in which application, that's what we are specifying, that's all. You want to use in general ledger. Reason, this is required in chart of accounts. So chart of account can be created in accounting key flex field. Accounting key flex field is part of GL only. That's the reason with that logic we are giving that module as a GL. So here also I'm going with the 4 only. So can you please click on edit data security button? I don't click now. I'll be clicking when we are doing that setup. I'm sorry for that. Because I just now there is no use. Please don't mind. Hope you can understand. We can do that. I'll enable. It will enable this tab. I'll enable this. I have to save it. It will enable. I'll click on that. It will open one more form. But ultimately, we are not going to implement it now. When we are working on GL, I'll be touching definitely. I can take all your considerations, expectation. I can take into consideration. No issues. Okay. See Satya, that is security rule. You will understand when you are working on it. Okay, security resource name. This is what security data security resource name is nothing but the security rule name. That's all. Please see. Let's go with whatever scheduled and doing. Okay, other things definitely will be touching. I am not going to cover complete GL now. Now I'll be just creating the primary ledger. Once we're done with that, we'll start working on subledgers. After completing subledgers, we'll come to the GL, then we'll touch that point. When you are working on that, you can ask tons of questions. I don't have any objection, and I won't be here to stop you. You can ask many questions, no issues. I'll be happy to discuss. But now we are just creating the value set. If you're talking about secured rule, it may not work. Okay, secured rule, when we are talking about, when you're working on it, you can post many questions. Okay, fine. So just I given this basic information, then say save and close. Okay, we're done with the value set creation. So just I'll be marking the status from now here. So it completed, done. Fine. 1 second, I'll keep aside. Just to keep some space, I'm adding this. Okay, done. We created a value set. Now what we'll do is we'll go and create the chart of account structure. Say create chart of account structure. So just my suggestion would be, when you are sitting in front of system, please have a pen and paper and take all these notes if you are planning to do practice. Otherwise, just your plan is just attending these sessions, so no pen and paper is required. But if you practice at least one time, definitely you can get what you are expecting. Otherwise, if you just attend the classes, everything will be on fly. You may have the sessions, recorded videos with you, but when you are working, it will be somewhat little bit difficult. If you take all these points into note, you can easily practice on the system again without playing videos by spending too much of time. Okay, that's my suggestion. Just is your wish. Okay, fine. Let's see how to create the chart of accounts. So now we created value sets. If you want to see the value sets, you can just type here Fusion, then click on search. You can see all the value sets listed here. So these 3 value sets we created. Okay, so now we'll go on to create the chart of account structure. See all the tasks in the sequence only. We're done with the chart of account values creation. Now next task is manage chart of accounts structures. Just click on go to task icon. Okay, so here we have a help element. What we have to do is, if you want to know what exactly this, whatever setups you are doing, if you want to know that, what you have to do is simply you have to click on, you have to enable the help. If you enable the help for each and everything, the help icon will get enabled, so that you can go and get to know more information on that. So just I'm enabling the help. So for everything, help is enabled. If you want to know what is the chart of account structure, you can click on this. So this is a very basic information. What is the meaning of chart of accounts? And chart of account related lot of help is available here. Chart of account structure and instances, chart of accounts and point to be considered, creating the chart of accounts structure and instance example, how can I change the segments in existing chart of accounts structure. Okay, so lot of information. If you need more information than this, what hyperlinks we have here, simply you can click on more help. It will take you separate kind of Oracle Google page. It's a good information they're given for help from help section. So here we have all the sections. If you need help related to finance, you can select finance. Now whatever you search, you will be getting only finance related information. If you need information for HCM, you can go with HCM. Procurement, projects, sales, supply chain. For everything we have help. Okay, so again, videos also we have for that. Not very much useful videos. It's a very basic videos which talks about basic flow, simple flows. Okay, and here whatever you need, you can search for it. We have some guides also. If you click on this videos, okay, So these are the different we have. You can select creating the journal approval rule and creating the basic financial report and invoice landing page, introduction to invoice landing page. So simple, just videos you have and you can play. Okay, and you can filter with the task. Only you need information out of financials only, asset related or GL related, expense related, what exactly you can select. Okay, maybe you need for assets. Again, here within the assets we have, so acquire asset, retire asset, setup asset, utilize asset, for what exactly, for which relevant information you want to see. You can just select, then automatically that listed information, search results will get filtered. That's how you can see. Or else here, just here we have a products also. For now we are in the page related to a complete financials. Here we have a filter option, accounting hub or advanced collections, assets or budgetary control. What exactly you can select, and it will be giving only relevant information. And help type also we have option here, whether you need some examples related to finance related, whatever. First you can select your product, the product related examples, if anything available you can select. Otherwise overall we have 9 examples only. And FAQs also, and help topics and PDF guides we have one, and videos 12 we have, and you can select accordingly, it will get displayed the same. Okay, roles when you are working in the company, like which role people, I mean, say for example, there is a financial manager. The financial manager should know which information, that kind of information you can filter, and they can see and they can understand the product related information. And they give an option with the language also. By default, we have this American English, US American English only. And if you want to get more and all, you will be having all those. You can select and you can just apply. So in the language specific information also will get displayed, and there is some country specific information also, which is generic common. And apart from that, other countries, this will support some localization and the country specific requirement kind of stuff, kind of help you can see. This is how just you can use this help section. Okay, just basically finance here. If you search for something, it will be adding one more tab here. You are not going to switch from this page to other page also. Okay, just it will be taking you to other Oracle general ledger. Say general ledger. See general ledger concepts also they are giving. What is general ledger balance cubes? space what we are talking. Posting program, journal entry, reports. It's like Fusion Google, Oracle Google. Okay, so same almost you get Google experience only with this. So you can select it, you can search, it will be adding one more tab here. Okay, this is that relevant results, and you can look into that. Cash to general ledger reconciliation report explained, you can see that. Okay, this is how the report, overview of the report and how it looks like, and the key insights and what are the parameters and the frequently asked questions on that. Okay, that's it. You can again go to search results. I can click on one more, it will be added tab here, so the already open tabs won't get disturbed. Okay, again your results will remain same. Okay, everything we have, but we have to see how far we can get benefit out, how far we can use them. Okay, that is only big challenge for us. Of course, if it's a mandatory for reference, definitely we'll be using, but we have a good information to get to understand from here. Okay, done. So that's how you can enable help. That will get enabled if you want to see the very just brief information. Whenever you click on that, it will be just opening the information here. If you need more information related to that, you can click on these links, it will open that. Anyway, these also will take you to the same search page, help page only, home page. Or else if you want to directly go to help home page, you can click on more help, it will open that. From there you can search and you can find any information which you are looking for. That's it. Okay, we created a value set. Now we have to create structure. Just click on, go to task icon against manage chart of account structures. Okay, Okay. And see, other point, if you don't mind, I want to say one point. See, I'll be inviting the questions, many and many questions. May not be many and many questions from one person, that for sure, because that may disturb many people concentration on this class. Okay, other points also I have to consider. I can accept, but not too many questions from one person. Hello, good amount of questions, but not many questions from one participant. Okay, because we got many participants, so that is the reason I may not accept many questions from only one participant or two participants. Fine. Now what we have to do is we have to create the chart of account structure. Where we create the chart of account structure? In accounting key flex field. The display name we have as accounting flex field. So in case of EBS, we'll go to that window, we'll go with the find option, we'll be selecting GL and accounting key flex field, then it will display there, we can create the structure. But here it's very simple. You can search for your accounting flex field. So I'll type for accounting flex, click on search. Yeah, it's getting displayed. Yes, that is existed in our system. So application, that accounting flex field is, this is the accounting flex field, and that is belongs to application called as general ledger. Okay, and this, okay, we'll discuss. There is one more point I'll be explaining once I complete. Okay, now what we have to, we want to create the chart of account structure. To create the chart of account structure, first you search, you find your accounting flex field. After finding, you can see that record here, click on manage structures. After finding accounting flex field, click on manage structures. Okay, if you want to see the existing structures, simply click on within the accounting flex field. Within the accounting flex field, if you want to see the existing structure, simply you can click on search. You can find all existing structures in this instance. We have many structures. Okay, have many structures. Okay, fine. Now let's create our own structure. Click on create. Click on create. I'll give the structure code here. I'll say code. Since it's a code, I'll write everything in uppercase. Instead of space, I'll go with underscore because it's a code. Code key flex field, I'll give that. I'll give the name, display name as Fusion Accounting Flex Field Structure. I'm copying the same name here. And in EBS, when you are creating the structure, we'll have a segment separator, right? The structure level, in the bottom right side, you will find the segment separator. That means within that structure, what are the segments we have across the segments, when you are selecting the segment values, how the values need to be segregated with which representation, that only we call a segment separator. The same segment separator, the name they given here as a delimiter. Delimiter is equal to segment separator in EBS. Select which delimiter you require to separate the segment values as a part of code combination. I'm selecting this delimiter, and the structure is by default enabled. Now here we have a segment section. To create the segments, this icon should get enabled. After giving this structure related information, you should save it. If you save this information, then only this enable, this add or create icon will get enabled to create the segments within the structure. So given the code, name, description, select delimiter, then say save. Don't say save and close, just save. Done. Now this create icon is enabled. Then click on create. Now we can create the segments. Okay, fine. So now you can give the segment code. So I'm giving the segment code as, just since it's a code, I'll give the short name, and better I'll give it our company name. And here, just let me cancel since it's not populating. So create. key flex field, Fusion, accounting, flex field structure. Then just same I'm copying, select delimiter and just say save. Oh, it's already saved, I guess. Okay, I'll say if it is already saved, yes, we can find existing one instead of going with again new definition. Here I will find it. Structure code is Fusion. Yeah, already it's existed, create, saved. Now you can click on edit. The same will open. Now we can create the segments. Okay, I think it's already 9 o'clock. Maybe okay. This will be covering in tomorrow's session. The reason is maybe the people has to rush to office, right? Because 9 the people who are attending from India. Definitely it will be a bit difficult to if I am going to continue this session from now. So we'll continue from here. For till today what we did, just we created structure, we given structure information. From tomorrow session we'll see how to create the segments and how to assign the segment labels to segments, and structure chart of account structure instance creation and deployment, segment values creation. Finally we'll create the primary ledger, and we have after creating the primary ledger we'll create the legal entity assignment to primary ledger, BSV to legal entity, and finally we'll complete the primary ledger definition. When you create the primary ledger definition, system will create the data roles for general ledger. What are the data roles we have, we'll go through it and we'll assign those roles to the user, and we'll open the periods and we'll have a journal entry. These all we'll try to execute in tomorrow's session for sure. Okay, the tomorrow we'll see up to journal creation. At least if time permits we can go ahead from there also. Okay, at least we'll try to do it up to journal creation posting. So once that is done, we can start with our enterprise structure definition and we'll start working on payables. That's how we'll go in the sequence. Once we complete all subledgers, we'll come back to GL to discuss about SR, CVR, and what are the other functions we have within the GL as per our course content. Okay, so any questions on today's session, please? Otherwise, just we can wind up the session for today. And who don't have any questions, those people can leave from the session now. I'm not going to discuss anything as a part of core class. Only I'm here to take your questions. Any questions from today's session? Okay, fine then. Good. Then see you tomorrow. Okay, have a good day and good night. Thank you so much. I have a question from Muni. Already I mentioned the same in the email also. I'll be sharing that instance details after this class. I just along with the link I just given that note. Yeah, the same I'm telling once again. Fine, no issues. Fine. Today's session recorded video I'll be sharing along with the instance credentials. Okay, you can expect within 1 hour. Okay, I'll try to send within 1 hour. Okay, fine, I'll do it within 1 hour. Thank you so much.